This works out for me. All right. I don't even know what it's streaming to. Oh, okay. All right, so let me make sure because I only want to have this conversation one time for free. Is this thing even recording? All right, anyway, so a couple of people came to me and asked, they said, bro, what's tolerology? And I explained it was like, man, you've been talking about this tolerology thing for quite a while now. And they also asked me to define tribalism, and I'll do that too. But let's start at the beginning. First of all, think about what a toddler is, right? Behavioral wise, a toddler is somebody that feels very entitled to your stuff, that will throw a tantrum for something that they may already possess, right? So like the kids in Walmart, they want some candy. They might already have candy at the crib. You know what? Let me see something, because this may not even be working for me. Let's see. Yeah, we working. Behavioral wise, a toddler was somebody that feels very entitled to your stuff. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure that it's recording because I got like 4 different streams going on at one time because I don't want to redo this thing and I want everybody to get this access, right? So we think about Tyler, we're just talking about entitlement. We're talking about a person who feels like that they should get their way, right? And as long as someone feeds that, then they'll be spoiled. When you talk about spoiled kids, okay, cool. What tolerology is realizing that there's a lot of adults who have the emotional maturity of a 6-year-old. Even right now, y'all cracking jokes, posting stuff, talking about triggered and all that stuff. That's the emotional maturity of a 6-year-old. When you are limited to that emotional maturity, the truth sounds like hate, lies sound like love. People can push whatever propaganda they want on you, and you just take it and you believe it. They can point out the 3 things a person did. A person could be a horrible human being, horrible individual. Nino Brown, right? If I made a whole op piece about Nino Brown being a hero, and all I said was he provided jobs in this community and he gave away turkeys on Thanksgiving, you would think he was a great guy. It's his totality of story that makes him the villain, right? So that when you dealing with somebody who's just emotionally entwined in whatever they into, then immediately all they have is feelings, right? And you can easily manipulate feelings. However, the problem is people have 5 feelings a day, right? 5 feelings a day. I might wake up and feel sad. You know what I'm saying? Move to another. Let me turn the ring off. Move to another element of my life and feel empowered. You know what I'm saying? Watch a comedy, feel humorous, feel happy. Your feelings can change, but it doesn't mean that you change as an individual, right? Because you are what you are. It's not about who you are, it's about what you are. So when you get into tolerology, the thing is, now, are there male toddlers? Yeah, but most dudes who follow the tolerology don't date men. Like 90% of women are toddlers, 50, 60% of guys, right? But everybody ain't gonna make it, right? So you have to understand what type of women that you're dealing with, the modern women. Men have taken all these generations of matriarchy and they have somehow compiled themselves to all these men needing love. Like they're really looking for love, man. They're convoluting love with beauty or love with sex, but men are seeking love. They need a hug. All this nurturing ain't nurtured. Women are basically seeking stability without the consistency and without the responsibility and without the accountability to the person that provides their stability, but they're seeking stability. And I was just joking with somebody last night. I said, man, you got a friend that has a fans only page because she doesn't want to depend on a man. So she depends on 10 men, $40 at a time. She's not independent. She's dependent on men liking her, wanting her to be a good toddler. You feel what I'm saying? It's the oxymoron. What Toddlerology does is it teaches you how to train your toddler, right? But before you can train your toddler, Toddlerology is about teaching you. Because if you're not a good daycare provider, it doesn't matter how good or bad the toddler is, right? Like I have a friend who teaches preschool. Like I'm talking literal toddlers now. He teaches preschool, and these kids are 3 to 5 years old. And every year he has a favorite. Every year, and he can tell you about their parents, of course, because they're so young. The parents have to come in a lot. He can tell you who had two parents, who had one parent, who's raised by the grandmother, the hell raisers at 3 years old, who's raising hell in class, who's a good kid that just want to stay out the way. They show you all the time. It doesn't take long to recognize behavior. And what people keep doing is, as they get older and men start seeking love, they ignore the behavior and try to change the person, or they try to find a unicorn, or they try to say if she has XYZ, if she was raised with a dad, or she doesn't have kids, or whatever the case may be, all those criteria will make her a good woman, possibly for him to love and take care of. Nigga, what? There ain't no such thing as unicorns. Only thing that exists is ponies that you train well. You can throw a cone on a pony and call it a unicorn, but you train your pony. Ain't no such thing as unicorns. What Toddlerology is designed to do is to take men and give them standards, give them quantifying tasks and duties, levels to it that they choose to make people acquire in order to receive their patronage. But they have to have a patronage worth receiving. Just because you're a man doesn't mean you're a leader. I love my dad immensely, but he's not a leader. The way my mother run over him, nigga, I'd be ready to pull pistols every day. Like, nigga, check your toddler. But the flip side of that is that if you learn rules of engagement, and when I say rules of engagement, let me explain something to you. Let me explain to you what the modern woman is. Yo, this live stream, it sucks. How I'm recording and how I see it on my phone is crazy. It's a delay like a motherfucker. Anyway, what do women worship? Their employer. It doesn't matter who their employer is, right? She worships her employer. So either she has a job that she can do everything for that she doesn't do for you. Be there on time, not complain, be penalized, have a specific amount of tasks and duties that she has to complete for that day, interact with other people on a cordial level, conflict resolution, all type of stuff that they have no emotional control over when she's dealing with a boyfriend, because he doesn't garner the authority that her employer has, right? Toddlerology teaches you how to be her employer, how to get out of her what you want. She's still gonna have a temper tantrum. She's still not gonna be logical about shit. She's still gonna be a girl. You want her to be a girl. That's why you're dating her. You want to date girls. But you also want to have consistency. You also want to have functionality. I've seen women raise their kids in such a way that they allow kids to get away with stuff at home, but then when the kid goes in the street and does the exact same thing they get away with every day at home, she beats the kid's ass for embarrassing her. That's because she didn't train her toddler. You gotta train your toddler. If you don't want your toddler to defy you, train her. If you're a leader, if you're a coach, if you're a manager or whatever you are, you have to train your staff. She's part of your staff. If you still 40 and you looking for love, my G, that's a young man's game. Right now, you need to find something compatible. And if you can't find it, you make it. You MacGyver that shit. Toddlerology exists so that you can have what you want to have, right? Y'all want functional relationships with kids, with chicks that won't steal your kids or try to fuck your friends. It's no penalty. There is no, you dealing with just look around. Every woman's a good woman. However, no woman feels that they need to be irreplaceable. Do the things that make you look at her and another chick come by that might be finer or might have more. You be like, you know what? I don't want to risk losing what I have right here for something that might be over there, because I got right here is trained and I'm ready to promote. You know, because you promote from within. If you want to deal with multiple women, ask her. Like, shorty, go get a go get our hope, be our hoe getter. If that's what your desire is, there's no reason to, I call them secretaries. There's no reason to go outside the secretary pool. You go in, you do your due diligence as a basic owner of your life. You're a corporation. As a basic corporation of your life, you do your due diligence. You use the tolerology course in order to learn the policies that you need to know in order to craft the type of employee, the type of secretary that you want for yourself. I'll tell you something. The gift and the curse. The gift and the curse of me is this. I work backwards. I'm not dyslexic. I just work backwards. I find out what goal I want and I work back from Z to A, right? Most people are forward. They try to go from A to C. If a person goes from A to B, they want credit, like, oh, I pay my own bills. For a person to go from A to C, they're seen as exemplary, which is crazy to me. But in order to be upper echelon, in order to be what they want to call the boule, or just to be a legend, for your name to go in the books, for you to get your own Wikipedia page, you have to go past that. And when you really get to that upper echelon of stuff, there are rules in place or requirements in place. There's requirements in place, and people say, they give you a spreadsheet. If you guys have ever filed for anything, you will see it. They give you a spreadsheet that says you need to do XYZ, have this documentation, have this amount of capital, have these many employees, have these many followers, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be. But you got to have that in order to propel and excel to the next level. I need that in order to get federal contracts. I need that in order to get in stores, go through the checklist. I need that in order to get in schools. I need that in every aspect of my life if I want to take my business from a toddler and let it grow up and go out into the world, right? And brand it in such a way, right? So if I need that in order to be functional and efficient in my life, that means that everything in my life needs to be functional and efficient. Every person around you is part of your personnel. They can say it's the 5 people around you dictate you. That's true, but you dictate the 5 people around you. So love, okay, here's what happens. Men's love is based on time invested, right? It's not that she's such an awesome sauce chick. It's based on time invested, time and money invested, but it's based on time invested. So the more time you spend with a no good person, you'll still love them, but there'll be no good. You'll be in an unhappy relationship with somebody you love. You'll spend years with a girl who can't cook. You'll spend years with in an abusive situation that you could have seen from the jump. You may avoid people who would have been functional because the love wasn't there initially. You didn't feel the spark, but they were good people. When you going off trying to find love and trying to create an entire life and identity around something that somebody else dictates, because your love for them isn't their love for you. Only men have the capacity to love. So love goes dog to man, man to woman, woman to child. Children don't love anybody. They're just dependent. So if you got a toddler, your toddler don't love anybody. They're just looking for someone to be dependent to, and they love their dependency. It's part of the victimhood thing. They love their dependency. A motherfucker who don't need no man but on Section 8, they do everything they case worker tells them to do. A person does everything their employer tells them to do. The same motherfucker that tell you what they are gonna do and not gonna do in a relationship, their employer can tell them, yo, I need you to work 2 hours extra overtime. They'll call you. Could you pick up my kids? My employer needs me. What makes that motherfucker better than you? You didn't follow the steps. Toddlerology is just teaching men the steps in order to find functional peace of mind. And it's a requirement for me before we even get into tribalism, because just to feed into the tribal part, tribalism is rules and regulations based on proximity so everybody can live in a uniform way. It's not socialism because everybody ain't gonna have the same. It's just a uniform code of conduct. And with that uniform code of conduct, everybody is part of something functional, part of their own thing. That's why you build communities, you don't rebuild them. But once you have something functional, who doesn't want to sleep in peace? Girls are still gonna argue about it's too much peace, but you can work that into your tolerology schedule, right? Thursday nights is date night, whatever the case may be. But you have to have a criteria. It's willy-nilly, man, just to be loving, bro. Like, I remember when I was young, people used to tell me, "Oh, you can't control who you love," and I was like, "You goddamn liar! I control who I love because I control who I talk to. If I don't want to love an ugly chick, I won't talk to an ugly chick. If I don't want to love a midget, I wouldn't talk to a midget. You have to open yourself up to being around the type of people that you would want to be around, and they got to fit criteria. So whether it's tolerology or tribalism, it all comes down to teaching you guys the system in order for you guys to be happy. Because when guys are good, communities are good. When guys aren't good, communities are dangerous as shit. I want to say something real quick. I remiss this, and it's very important to me. As y'all coloreds go, the reason that coloreds have horrible women, and y'all really all despicable. For real, y'all real sweet, like real short periods of time, like real short increments, or like if you're not having sex with the guy, y'all sweet as pie. Y'all really not good to the dudes y'all fucking. But if y'all want useful, functional relationships with your assigned mates, there's something that you have to realize that's really fundamental, which really goes more into tribalism than tolerology. That's why they work in tandem. But check this out. You let the people that you call the ops, I don't think they're the ops. I think they're abolitionists, but you call them the ops. You take the people that you call the ops and you let them teach your toddler. They educate your toddler. They discipline your toddler. They they uh they hire your toddler. They promote your toddler. They reward your toddler. They do all these things for your toddler. House your toddler, feed your toddler. They do all these things for your toddler. And then you say, yo, but I got a penis. I want to be the man of the house. Where's her purpose of being indentured to you, my dude? Honestly. You got to give a toddler a reason to be disciplined. Just think about, because girls ain't gonna understand this, because girls don't give a shit about their kids or the kids' daddy. They just care about themselves. So, but y'all niggas been stepdaddies because y'all been tricked by Kegel pussy. So check this out. When you are the father, you discipline your child accordingly. You can give your kid a look and they be like, yo, pops is tripping. When you're the stepdad, you're supposed to get the kids all the rewards, right? You're supposed to go to their little league games, feed them, clothe them. But anytime it comes down to discipline, you ain't supposed to do shit. You're supposed to just send the kid to their mama. Cause and motherfuckers, that's not your kid. You shouldn't touch nobody else's kid. You're right. Well, you're not right, because I beat the shit out of whoever. Anybody, these hands is ready to eat. But for your lifestyle, you're right. Because the child isn't beholden to you. It's not your toddler. When you create an element in an atmosphere that it is your toddler, you know what I'm saying? When the kids say, yo, I had a stepdad, but he wasn't my stepdad, he was my real dad, because you ingratiated yourself in such a way, then that means that whatever your dictate was embraced by that child, right? But that's also because they saw you as so much better than their mother. So much better than their mother. You were such a better provider, such a better teacher. You had to be 3 times better than the person that they were obligated to in order for them to give you the same type of love and appreciation that they the nigga who ain't even in the picture gets just because biological seed, right? You can't let other people feed your toddler, bro. And you can't allow your toddler to go eat somewhere else. Can't worship 2 guys, dog. I keep hearing y'all niggas on this East Coast shit saying you the God, but her employers, he's pretty strong in the force. Can't worship 2 guys. So part of tribalism, a large part of tribalism, but tolerology comes first, because I don't want no cuck ass niggas around me. Like, y'all got to go through the course and learn how to check a bitch before I even let y'all come into my band of 50. I'm only taking 50 people with me, bro, on this tribalism shit. We gonna do the whole thing, dog. Buy land, build houses, have our own gated community. You know what I'm saying? We'll work out a way to be able to bring some industry in it. I don't give a shit what type of industry it is, nigga. If they let us, nigga, we'll build a private prison, a fucking prison farm, nigga. I don't give a shit, but we'll figure it out. If you're wondering what my tribalism vision is, think about the Pullman Porters and the Pullman community outside of Chicago, and we're working on something very similar to that. Or think about Rosewood, something very similar to that. That's just yours intrinsically with your own rules, policies, and guidelines. But everybody can't come, dog, because I want to be in a situation where I feel comfortable around my neighbors. But so tolerology comes before the tribal. Even though the tribal rules courses are out, I'm still developing them. I just got a new laptop, waiting for the new mic. But tolerology is the tribe will help you find a way to employ your toddler, right? I don't give a fuck if we gotta give you a shoe shop and you a cobbler and you make her dye the hide, nigga. We will give you a way in order to give your toddler something to do directly benefits you. That's all tolerology is. How to make her work for you, how to make her indentured to you and benefit from it. This isn't a slave thing. This is she does it anyway. She just does it for other motherfuckers that she ain't fucking. Do you guys understand? Hold on, I'm about to preach to y'all real quick. I'm gonna take my hat off. This is some Oak Summer shit right here. Some Mercy Minister Oak Summer shit right here. But he smoked. Listen to this. My brethren, do you understand that a relationship is only 4 hours a day? 4 hours. Let's settle that in, right? If you work in a major city, it may take you an hour to go to work. You work 9 hours because they don't pay for lunch anymore, and then an hour to get home. You've dedicated 11 hours to your employer. A relationship is 4 hours. You see her 30 minutes before you go to work. And I'm talking living relationship. You see her 30 minutes before you go to work. You see her 3.5 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. You sleep. She might be sleeping next to you, but it don't matter because you sleep, right? So in that half an hour you see her while you're getting ready for work, and that 3.5 hours y'all eating and detoxing, and she telling you about her day, and she got simple problems, but she don't want no solutions to, and you just blocking out and you playing with the kids, whatever the case may be. Your entire relationship is 4 hours. If you telling me that this woman that you with can go to her other employer, you going to your employer, she going somewhere else, so a whole different site, and she can spend the same 11 hours being nice to strangers, but she comes home and she can't be nice to you for a part-time job, that's poor parenting of your toddler. 4 hours. You can't pull 4 hours out the half of the nigga that you say you love, because women don't love you. They love how you make them feel about themselves. So you have to control how you make her feel about herself. She needs to be grateful for every goddamn thing you give her. Like she's grateful to her employer for extra hours. A woman's purpose in your life is not to love you. Love is not important. Motherfuckers had arranged marriages that work beautifully. They build kingdoms together. Like, look, our country merged with your country. I'm gonna send my daughter so your son can get some pussy. Love is not a requirement at all. A woman is supposed to make you money, save you money, or save you time. That's her job. Make you money, save you money, or save you time. If if she works for you directly, if you got a little office and she's your secretary in a literal sense, and she answers the phones and the emails, she helped you make money. You were going to have to outsource that job anyway. You can give her what you were going to give a stranger. Keep it in the house. If she's a housewife, now you can grocery shop and she can prepare meals. She can do laundry. She's saving you money. No more laundromats, no more fast food every day. It saves you money. It also saves you time because now you don't have to spend your Saturdays doing laundry or whatever the case may be, right? She always gonna have some shit for you to do. It's always gonna be some cabinet that needs fixing or a wall that gets painted. That's just charge to the game. But it has to be quantified. I don't care if you got to make a chart that she has to go through as a checklist to make sure that she did everything that she had to do. Well, that's an advanced study, tolerology. That's something all the way different when you have a secretary pool. But y'all ain't ready for secretary pools. Y'all still looking for love. I'm sure again trying to get y'all man off love and just have a set of duties. Um, but that's their job. Make you money, save you time. They're supposed to enlighten you. You're supposed to want to work harder in order to make sure that your peoples are straight, right? As a leader, because every man is not a leader. Don't get it twisted, right? But every man doesn't have to be. That's something that motherfuckers raised by their grandma believe, that every man is a leader. They're not. Even when I look at my parents, when I look at my dad is not a leader. Good man, not a leader. Kind of cuckish, not a leader. His big brother Michael, leader. His little brother Jerry wants to be a leader, works really hard at it, wants to be like his big brother and his daddy, just doesn't have that it. But he's striving to be a leader. He leads somebody to where I don't know. My dad never wanted to be a leader. My dad is like a lot of you guys. He needs a woman to validate him because he couldn't take care of himself if he didn't have some outside force telling him what to do. It's a lot of people like that. Everybody not a business owner. It's a lot of people way more comfortable just working in the department and being the best employee in the department. It's a lot of people like that. The tribe, I'm going back and forth, but the tribe complements that because the tribe gives, and tolerology gives men rules to follow so they don't have to lead. Not naturally, they just plug and pop and say, yo, this is what the tolerology gives you the rules. The tribal rules gives you the enforcement, right? Because everything's about peers, right? So you may not be a leader, but you part of the tribe, and the tribe is like, yo, motherfuckers ain't going. Not at gunpoint, right? So your man might go at gunpoint. He might go without the gun being offered, but the tribe ain't going at gunpoint, and they pull him to the side because you don't have to check a chick. You check the nigga. Yo, dude, I'm pulling your skirt. Go in there and tell her, yo, this is not behavior that the tribe acknowledges. She needs to not do that shit. People with a real culture do that all the time. The Mormons do it, the Quakers do it, the Catholics do it. Not necessarily the Christians, but the Catholics. The Catholics do it. All tribes do it. The Chinese do it, Arabs do it. Everybody does it because everybody ain't going except niggas. Except niggas. You got a tribe, so when you going, a motherfucker tell you, you ain't going. Ain't going. And it has to also be a tribe because if you are weak in the force, laws, policy, rules, regulations, code of conduct dictates that a nigga that might be a better nigga than you still can't fuck your bitch because it goes against the mob. There's a code to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So now your girl's chastity is enforced by the tribe because she's not going to enforce it herself. These bitches, TTG, my G, trained to motherfucking go. They going for anything, nigga. 99 no, 99 yeses. I love you. One no, my man ain't shit. I used to fuck a married chick all the time. Every Wednesday, that was our day. Wednesday was our day, right? We had a schedule. Wednesday, 11:30 p.m. And then I have to listen to her talk about her husband for an hour, and then she'll give me all three holes, right? That's a long ass hour, bro. That's a long ass hour. This is not what I came for, nigga. But the reason that she was cheating on her husband is because not because he cheated on her, but because she wanted to move her mother into their house. And he said, no, I'll pay for your mother to go to an old folks home, you know what I'm saying, some type of assisted living, but she can't live here. She can't try to undermine my authority in the house that I bought for my wife and my kids. And she told her husband, you can always get a husband. You only get one mama. And I just was like, all right, because I can't say nothing because I'm trying to fuck his wife. But really, I'm thinking, shorty, you violating every rule, every code of conduct. But me being there is violating the rules and codes of conduct. I'm fucking this nigga, this chick in this nigga crib. Like, I'm part of the violation. So I can't say nothing. I just need to shut up and get mine right. 3 holes, bro. 3 holes. Awesome sauce. But that's how quick it is. Shorty, I want to get married. Cool. I want a house. Cool. I want a car. Cool. I want my mama to come. Nope. Fuck Oak. Just that easy, bro. Just that easy. So you need tribal rules in order to enforce personal beliefs. Because girls live off chaos. They live off it. If they not cheating, they arguing. They not arguing, they spending money on bullshit because they empty inside and need outside stimulus to feel good on the inside. Girls don't love themselves. That's why girls depend on men's love. And only men have the capacity to love. But y'all get sad because y'all want to be loved back. That's not what girls do. You water. You just pour it into the vase. The vase doesn't make water. You're just water. And that's fine. That's life. But you got to understand your role, which is part of tolerology. So if you're gonna be water, you need to dictate what type of vase you got, and if it's a seal on it, right? Because ain't no unicorns. It's just well-trained ponies. Bro, I can't really go more into tolerology without actually going through the lessons. However, I will say that I probably should have dropped the tolerology course first, and I probably would have had my 1,000 subscribers already. Matter of fact, like and subscribe to the Comedy Report YouTube page. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Um, but what really kind of hurts my, like, when I'm on social media, like 80% of my feed is about relationship shit. Relationship shit. Do you know how big of a failure that is on baby boomers? That nobody knows how to love, that nobody knows how to treat each other, that every man is predicated on, in the early stages, how many women he can get, and in the later stages, how much he can do for one woman without her having any responsibility or accountability to the situation. And I said it's part of tolerology. And what I said was, I know all women because there's only 6 different types of personalities, and I know all 6 different types of personalities. You can hear other people say that there's up to 20 different patterns for women, but it's really not, because at the base, all those things expand after the fact. When you meet somebody initially, it's 6 different types of personality. I'm not going to tell you here. I'll tell you as part of the course. As a matter of fact, if y'all want to get a one-up on the course, y'all need to go on Amazon and buy the Kindle book, How to Screw on 72. I'm going to retitle that bitch because it's real game, but that's actually in that, and that's actually part of the study guide for tolerology. And y'all can find out the 6 different types and how to manipulate all 6 different types. When I say manipulate, I don't mean control. I mean manipulate as far as know what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? Know what type of person that you're dealing with off burrow, right? Because honestly, y'all do shop wrong, right? We've all shopped wrong, right? But we shop different. I shop on what a motherfucker say they want to be when they grow up, right? But girls are liars. So if a girl told me she wanted to be a scientist, I'll call NASA like, yo, I got a nigga at NASA. You want to be a scientist? I'll work that out for you. Now it's up to her to walk through that door. But I do that for everybody. I do that for the homies because it's a me thing. Me trying to impress her thing. It's a me thing. I'm just helpful like that. And once you show me that you're not willing to do what it takes in order to succeed in a functional way, I leave that tolerant alone. Most guys are looking for love though. So you're looking for a good story. You're looking for a girl who has the simplest basic. Do you know how low your standards are? A bitch says she can cook. Really? You eat every day, bro. Feeding yourself is not like a major task. She says she can do Kegels, which is impressive, but then what? Right? Because I got a mean Pornhub addiction, dog. I don't give a shit, dog. Y'all looking for love, man. Without quantifying and qualifying the type of person you want love from. So you end up spending time with somebody and spending money with somebody, and the money and the time makes you think it's love, but the love ain't love, bro. They just love the entertainment. They love eating out. They love what you provide, but that ain't love. That's the love of things. That's not the love of you. You're just a provider, and if all you doing is entertaining her, she can find that anywhere, which is why they say goofy shit like all men is the same and I can get this, because they can, because you ain't put your foot on her neck. Ain't no reason in the world y'all niggas doing SYSBM shit. Ain't no reason. Ain't no reason y'all niggas talking about flying to Cuba to find a wife. Ain't no reason. Y'all could choke a bitch right here. As long as y'all have 50 other dudes that's choking a bitch, and she'll think that's the norm. Like, yo, we gonna stay in compliance so we don't get choked. Very big failure on baby boomers. A lot of y'all didn't have y'all dads. I had my dad and my uncles and my older brothers who were not boomers, but they were the first wave of Generation X that was born in the 60s. And I've watched how my grandmother, mother, sisters, cousins, all the way down to now, it's their grandbabies and nieces. And I've watched what they've done. I love my nieces. I love my nieces. But they'll never get a husband. Never. Because of the things that my sister taught her daughters based on the lessons my mother taught her. And I was there for all of them. And I'm like, yo, this is some goofy shit. Pops, check your baby mama function, right? They have legislated tolerism. They have told you that you can't discipline your girl or your kids. So you can't discipline none of your toddlers. If you do, you go to jail. If they fuck up, you go to jail. If they don't want you to be their patriarch anymore, you got to pay. If you do wrong, you're violated. If you do right, you're not rewarded. That's no incentive. I see why niggas is sucking dick talking about they want to be gay. There's more incentives in the LGBT community. You can see that as a small child. Instead of flying out the country and not taking accountability for your manhood, because it's not about the girl. It's girls everywhere. Girls is goofy everywhere. I must get. This is why SYSBM doesn't work. Because there's nothing new under the sun. This is why it doesn't work. 1984, something like that. Cheap ass lighter. It's full of fluid too. 1984, something like that. Eddie Murphy made Raw. Y'all remember Raw? And he had this whole joke about fufu. He said, man, I'm so tired of these American westernized bitches. I want to go to Africa and get me a bitch out the tree that don't even wear shoes. Just fufu. She ain't never saw clothes before. And he said, man, but the thing is, you got to keep that. Because if you fly to America, fufu gonna talk to other American women. Next thing you know, you're like, Eddie, I won't have Eddie. Because when the culture is corrupt, it will corrupt the purest of things. If you're a fisherman and you fish in one pond and that pond is poison, the fish is poison. If you go to another pond and get a fresh fish, but then you come back home and you have to put that fish in the same pond with the contaminated fish, that fish is going to be poisoned. It just is what it is. You got to clean your lake. That's not something you do with your woman. That's something you do for yourself, and then you invite women into it. Women are 4 hours a day, bro. They're a very inconsequential piece of your life when you think about the fact that you do everything except suck your own dick. You're supposed to be the provider, the protector. Half these chicks talking about some, I love a man that can cook. So now you the chef. You are entertainment. You know what I'm saying? If you don't entertain us sufficiently, they go on talk shows like the Red Velvet Room or whatever the fuck Jada Pinkett show is and say how she's bored at your consistency. There's no spice. They want you to be their everything for some pussy. You have to clean your pond, bro. You have to create your structure. You have to train your toddler. You have to train your pony. You have to train your secretary. And if you really a boss nigga, if you really that leader, then you have to teach your secretary to be the head secretary, promote her to manager, and tell her to hire the secretary pool. Y'all ain't ready for that part though. But it starts with you. It starts with you being in congruence with other men, y'all branding something great, and bitches fuck the logo. That's it. Girls don't love the man, they love the logo. If I'm GD, I'll fuck a SOS sister. She just give me the pussy. Oh, he GD though, so I gotta give him some pussy. If I'm a Mason, I can get an Eastern Star. Nigga, I'm not even gonna speak on how the motherfucker, just in case your girl Eastern Star, you not amazing. I ain't gonna tell you how they get down in all those national conventions. But he a Mason. I'm gonna just do it. Look, They fuck the logo, bro. They respect the logo, bro. But the logo is man-made. Girls don't make no logo. Girls still men logo. They ain't no girl basketball league. It's the WNBA that men made for girls. They ain't start no after after school or community housing for homeless women. It was a YMCA. Men put a W on it, gave it to women. Women don't create, build shit. Women are an accessory to your life. Y'all making them your life. Y'all really calling them your better half. Y'all really think she's half of your existence. She's 4 hours a day, bro. Treat her like a part-time employee, man. You gotta have those restrictions. Anyway, man, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Subscribe to the channel, bro. That's crazy.